West Brom, the Baggies, have now spent 2 seasons in the Championship. That probably means that the Premier League money has all gone. From one Midlands club to another, today we take over another Championship side, West Bromwich Albion. And I said the Premier League money's gone, 17 million in the bank. But today, as you've already seen, it's a bit more challenging though, because we're doing it without any money. Expectations for Carlos Coberan are gonna be mental, but he's still here in Baggies colours, hoping to get it right this season with this squad. And to be fair, it's okay. Of course, it's definitely not Premier League worthy. We've got Jed Wallace, who's brilliant, John Swift, Daryl Dike, and of course O'Shea, who has made a move to Burnley in real life. As this is the team that we're actually going to go with for the moment, though. So it's only really Tom Rogic who joins the team. The players I am excited about, though, is these 2 midfielders on the bench. Malumbi looks perfect, and Gardner Hickman. And a problem that's going to be in this save is objectives, because we're expected to fight for promotion immediately. Sign 2 young players. Have we got anyone in the academy? You betcha. George Bowden, straight in the squad. Of course, he counts as a free player. I think for Bowden, we can release Mark Albrighton, so I'm going to do that. So without further ado, let's get our signings in. First one, of course, Jason Young. He's that 16-year-old Northern Irishman. Always sign them up. They always appear. And Alex Palmer's not strong enough as a keeper, so Carlos Acevedo makes his second appearance in the free signing series. Here he is. Very glad to have him. But the biggest one of all is Philip Ahmed. Usually you don't get 2 regens pop up. Somehow we have, and he's this good. I mean, first of all, we'll put Acevedo in goal, 77 rated, and Ahmed for Daryl Dike, who I thought was going to be our striker all save. But look at it. 76 rated, 21-year-old. How has he appeared? Literally. I have no idea. It was the first name there being A for Ahmed. And with, of course, all the money we have, we can get a 5-star scout. Oh my days, Ewan Barker. We've got 16 million. We should get promoted this year. And with the new boys and new scouts in the doors, we have Southampton to start off this season with. So a bit of a tester. Do we have it in the locker? Carlos Coberan, please. We do. John Swift and Ahmed, the new man. And look at the state of this squad in, I think, halfway through the season. I mean, Furlong's injured. Bowden suspended. We do have a 79 rated striker, though, so Ahmed must be scoring goals. But not as much as Jed Wallace. He's on 12 goals and 8 assists. And with our academy, we've got one player who looks decent in Harrison Bell. But, of course, we're going to have to wait, because he's too young to even go in the team. Free signings are had to come around as well, of course, halfway through the first season especially, so we're not going to be signing anyone up, but we're in a decent position. 3rd in the Championship. I don't know if we've actually got promoted first season. That will be an achievement. Blackburn Rovers, Leicester have ran away. 1 defeat. Magnifique. But it's Blackburn that we've got to chase. And we haven't managed it, but playoffs against Blackburn. That team that were above us actually fell with us. So, who actually jumped above it was Leeds. We were 3 points off. We were top of the playoffs, and Blackburn are actually bottom. So, this is going to get interesting. We'll check the rest of the cups before that. As Tottenham win the FA Cup, we were in the quarterfinals against Fulham. West Ham versus Villa, a Carabao final, which is won by the Hammers. And in free signing saves, it's good to see who we're losing, because we're losing Eric Peters and Jake Livermore. They're both over the age of 33. Has players who score goals. Jed Wallace with 30. Brilliant from him. 23 from Philip Ahmed, who didn't go up anymore, but John Swift did. He's in double digits as well. We do, of course, need new defenders if we are to be in the Premier League next season. Even if we're not. 3-1 win, though, at Ewood Park. Still another game to go, though. And please, Malumbi's in the side as well. We get the 1-0 John Swift goal. We're going to Wembley. And thank you. Thank you. It's Middlesbrough in the final. I'm celebrating because Watford were in there. And I am bored of playing Watford. How's it going to go here, though? Are we going to be a Premier League force to be reckoned with next year? Yes, we are. Tom Rogic and Jed Wallace. Cameron Archer with their goal for Borough. But a first season with no signings or no money spent, should we say. We've done it. Free agents. working for the Baggies as they boing boing pack up. We've got the excellent rating, of course, in the big time as they want youth, academy, and then just avoid relegation. Perfect. Position-wise, it just has to all go in defence because goalkeeper's alright, midfield's perfect, and attack is. 56 million as well is a lot to come to the Premier League with, and of course it's mostly going on wages. And an issue that we sometimes do have, more than we should do, is the age of the squad now. Of course Eric Peters does leave, but a lot of players 30 or above. And yes, I've just complained about age, but Alexandro is the first player coming in who is quite ancient. We've got another one joining him. Just quality before we actually go and get some youngsters. As he's not the only one. Ava Banega will just support John Swift and the rest of the midfield. Actually, Banega can go ahead of Yakuslu for now, and Connor Townsend, although being at Grimsby Town, has to come out for Sandro. Struggling to find a centre-back as well, so Nathaniel Chalobah will be our man at the back as it stands. But we do have another right-back in. 17-year-old Bradley Edwards joins the Baggies, probably needs a loan deal, but he's like 69 rated, so he's pretty decent. He's not the only one, though. We've got Riley Barton joining, but we're not done there for business. Back to the old players. Then we're going back to the youngsters, as Angelo Ogbonna is going to be a centre-half to replace Chalobah. Adrien Lecroix is going to join. He's a left-back from France, and of course, these are all going out on loan. As the last one is going to be Till Muller, and this is some game to start off with. Welcome back to the Premier League, West Brom. Have City first. If we do manage to get a win, it's going to be one hell of a season for us, as we don't, of course. Yakuslu with a goal, Haaland, Foden, and Riyad Mahrez. Let's buckle in, people. It's going to be a long ride. Okay, let's see how we are doing. Okay, so we are clear. I think 9 points of Brentford. Leeds United struggling, Nottingham Forest the same. We look to survive this season, and it's going to be one of them mid-table seasons. We want to take the Baggies further, as looking at the team, it is the two youngsters who are standing out so far. Actually, Alexandro's not gone down much, which is a huge surprise. Ogbonna has, Chalobah in the team. We've got so many players here, it's unreal. We need to get shut of some. And we've just simmed all the way to the end, which sees us stay rocked and rooted to 14th position. I'm not too disheartened. That's decent, especially with the team that we have. We just seem like we have a goal scorer, and every time I put someone in the defence, they're not happy. Yakuslu's the next man, which is just stupid. The rest of the team, meh. I have no idea how Jed Wallace has hit 80 rated, though. He scored 13 goals this season, but he has hit the age of 30. Ahmed, 23 and 12 goals, so he's still got quite a bit to go. Same with John Swift, actually. I did think he was older than Jed Wallace for some reason. Shows you how much I know the Championship, as West Ham have won another trophy. Last year the Carabao, this year the FA Cup. They're beating Watford in the semis, and Manchester City winning the Carabao. But Wolves actually lost, I'm pretty sure, in both of them finals. Mid-table this time. So basically what we got last time, it's the same objective. Sign one player from a different nationality. I'll look to do that if they're for free, as we have 62 million, because we hardly touched the money last year. So who are we signing this season? One player in particular is the usual. It's Dave Cesar Azpilicueta. He had to join us at one point, didn't he? We always get him in, and we've got him in, so we've got kind of a completed team. And the usual players now coming in. Yes, Azpilicueta is the first one. Not Caleb Taylor, he's leaving. But Alex Blanco, who is a fullback from Spain. But as we all know, we can't just get one fullback from Spain. They come in twos. Angel Hernandez. These two besties going straight into our lineup, surely. And, scouting players has got me finding some weird things in previous saves, but Aaron Ramsey at the Mariners, when he leaves Cardiff, look at Aaron Ramsey. Gotta get my team out of the head before we play another black and white team. Newcastle up first. Should be easier than Manchester City it was last year, but I don't expect anything. But Jed Wallace has other ideas for us. Still, with that good news, we're gonna keep on signing. Jason Young's getting his second loan deal right now, but the player coming in, Martin Deroon, is a good one. And on deadline day, two new additions. Youngish players, well, not too old. Yangel Herrera, real players. With the second one being one of the many that we've got in, Emmanuel Ferrai, who will be the replacement for John Swift. And it's 13th. Not good, not bad, but mid-table. And we'll get one player in January, just because I knew he was available. No, it's not Herrera, he's already here. Antonio Blanco, an ex-Madridster. Some decent players here. I don't think he's actually going to be able to play centre-back, but it's another midfielder. Bench is strong, team even stronger, despite Farai being ferociously fuming. And it doesn't look a bright end to the season. Thumb is down from the board, and 14th again. 14th again. Sheffield United, who were just below us, now just level on points. It's a drab season. Go on, though. Chuck a trophy in with it just to make us feel better. Chelsea win the FA Cup and the Carabao. City. Back to the big teams, I guess. We've signed a couple of decent players this year, but there is a lot of unhappy faces there. Mostly original players as top scorer. 15 goals for Philippe Ahmed. He's just getting his business done. Same with Jed Wallace. And Bowden, 85 now. Herrera, 81. We're starting to build a decent team. It's just no one's happy. It may be actually Europa League expected this year. And it is. Okay, so we've stepped it up, or they've stepped it up. They want a midfielder. A midfielder for free. We can roll with the big wages, because 75 million for a 14th place finish, if we were spending money, would be phenomenal. And we begin with the biggest free signing maybe ever. He's not that high rated, but welcome to the Baggies, Robert Lewandowski. Oh my days, he's going to be backup as well to Ahmed, but how can we pass on him? Sit on that bench and get ready for the Europa League, my friend. And welcome to the club as well, a centre-back. We needed one, so in you go, Martinez. Literally, in you go. I was very, very close to getting Thomas Suchet, but I'm thinking, like Durun, train him to be a centre-back. We did the same with Chalobah. Let's give it a rest, shall we? Martinez, you're going to be an out-and-out centre-back. Not too much to shout about this time out, but we have Bournemouth first. How's it going to go against the Cherries? We're in desperate need of a win to start us off with. It's always Jed Wallace scoring, but Richter actually makes it a draw. Oh, this is a good season. We're 7th as it stands, but only 3 points off 5th. What about 4th? What about 4th? We are further away from 4th. 5 points off Chelsea, and of course, chasing Chelsea is different to chasing Everton. I hope. We've just got to push on. Liverpool and United, they won't give in behind us. The team's looking brilliant. I mean, everyone's over the rating of 80 in the midfield and attack and goal. Just the defence that's not doing it. Just got to get into these press conferences, into the team, and trying to keep them ticking. We've got a lot of money in 81 million, but not a lot of defenders popping up, so we're going to have to trust the squad. And I think that might be Europa League, actually. I don't think we've made, or should I say conference, I don't think we've made the Europa. Liverpool did squeeze above us. That might be us done. Man United got up there as well. I don't like that. I really don't like that. FA Cup won by City, and oh, we're there. We're in the semi-finals, but we lost to Liverpool. Maybe could have got to the Europa League through that, but we didn't, as Liverpool win the Carabao. In terms of players, Philippe Ahmed has finally took the reins and become top scorer with 23 goals. Jed Wallace second with 18, but he's certainly a surprise this season, or save, with Yangel Herrera and Bowen getting the assists. He's almost 90 overall. Back to mid-table. Finishers, I will take that, you know, under Europa. How are we in the Europa League? We finished. Did we get enough for Europa League? I honestly didn't expect to see that, but now I have, I'm happy, and I agree that we do need a defender. The squad looking a lot happier than usual, like Ahmed, 87 now. I think, yes, he is 90 rated, Bowden. We've got a good midfield. It's just the defence now. Just them two positions, probably. And Esposito still going strong in goal. Some youth on the bench as well in May, Lewa, and Tapia. And also Esposito. I want to give him a little bit of competition. So another usual man, Peter Galashgi. He's at the Baggies as Diego Fontana. This man should be special. Not right now, but he's 75 rated, and he's only 17-year-old. But that's not it, because Javi Salazar is the same age, but 76 rated. And here we go into this season with them youth players. We've loaned Fontana out, though. It's Nottingham Forest first. I'm excited, especially for the Europa League, but we've got to do well in the league as well. Ahmed and Bowden. Our two youngsters. Almost perfect from them lads right there. Just a look at the team. It is fantastic. The bench as well. But the main team, that should hopefully do well in the Europa. As we are 2 wins for 2 out of the Premier League as well, which of course we need to do well in as our group. Celtic, Midtjylland and Hajduk Split are in every single Europa League group we get now. It's like having Watford in the Championship final of the playoffs. It happens 9 times out of 10. And I hope we're doing well in the Europa League because it's 11th for this campaign. In the Europa League, please tell us we're not in the preliminary round because we topped the group 13 points. 13 goals from Bowden and Ahmed individually. Jed Wallace just... oh, speeding up again. He's gone to 84 rated. That is brilliant. Look at this team as well. Just the defense. Come on, get stepping up. I'm just going to hope we get to the Europa League semi-finals. Leave it there in 12th and hope a simulating goes well. And this magnificent, almost 80 rated fully team is now into the semi-finals. We did make it and we've got Betis. How's it going to go in this first game for us, please? Yes, we've won it. Second leg has to back it up though. Come on, we've got an almost 90 rated striker. Fari, Wallace and Hernandez. We didn't even need him. Tottenham in the final right here, and that is going to be an interesting tester of a game. I'll check the Premier League first, as it was an 11th place finish. Horrific in terms of progression, but the board wanted mid-table as West Ham win the FA Cup. Nowhere near. We lost to Tranmere on penalties, I'm pretty sure I saw. City win the Carabao, but that's embarrassing from us. And I'm not going to check top scorers yet because it may be added to here against Tottenham in the Europa League final, which is won on penalties. Bowden, our youngster, scoring the winner. Sucic and Lucas Paqueta stole from rivals Hammers, who won a competition while Spurs didn't. That's come back to bite them, hasn't it? Paqueta must be hating it, as definitely not George Bowden. 27 goals, 20 for Ahmed, and double digits again for Jed Wallace. Did I forget to mention as well, the champions? They want us in a semi-final, oh dear. Celebrating getting in that competition too soon as a Europa League spot, okay. That's more realistic. 103 million as well. Yes, please. We can get some big boy wages spent. And here's a player coming in right now in Sergi Arce. What a name he has. And he's going to be one of these good youngsters. He's alongside a spare player in Daniel van der Bee. That allows Wallace to go into the middle for once. And Arce, just what a player he looks. And Nicola Rauti's going to be a backup striker because Daryl DK just ditched us ages ago. And of course, being in the Champions League and winning the Europa, we're going to play the Super Cup, which tells us the last winner, Atletico Madrid. Fills me with a bit of confidence, especially that they've got Abdullah Hamid at the back. Still, are we going to manage something? Lost on penalties. Oh, wait, never mind. It was actually the good Abdullah Hamid. And again, it's Forest to kick us off in the Prem. Can we get off to good winning ways? I don't think we're going to do well in the Champions League, so hopefully can qualify for it through the league as we start off with the win. And as we finish deadline day, you may have just seen a little bit of a glimpse. We've skipped straight past it. Doing okay in the league to start us off with as our group. Oh, we've got RFC Serene, Real Sociedad, Inter and ourselves. I would probably take Europa League myself, but the board are expecting a semi-final. And I don't believe it. We're in a title race this year, but we're in a title race with West Ham United. Only 2 defeats and 1 point behind Chelsea and the Hammers. How unbelievable is that, eh? As the Champions League, we haven't made it through. Europa League, no, we didn't even make it out of the group. Sociedad by a point, and we have bottled our chances in what looks quite a relatively easy grouping way. As long as this team can actually put an effort up in the league, I would be happy. Blanco isn't though. Salazar is in the defence. I just need Shea and Blanco right there to improve. Never really realised that we've got 2 Blancos. Interesting fact anyway. Let's keep going. And we have made it to the semi-finals. Hawthorns against Sporting Lisbon. Victor Gyökeres' new club. Learned that the other day. Are we going to get back-to-back Europa League titles? That would be a funny little achievement, wouldn't it? I don't think it's been done before. There's a 2-1. And there is a 2-2 draw. Arce sends us through in the last minute to a final. On Barcelona at the Allianz Stadium in the final. Not an easy one for the Europa League. Our run was beating LASK, Mönchengladbach and Copenhagen when we fell from the Champs League. As Premier League, Oh, man. We lost the title by a point to the Blues. No, what a low points tally for the Premier League. Still, second place, so close. Almost a title as Liverpool won the FA Cup, Carabao to City over Ipswich, and Paris Saint-Germain play Roma in the final of the Champions League. An interesting finale. We will be back in the Champions League next season. First time in a while we've not run it straight through, as Philippe Ahmed is 91, Ars has gone straight up to 86. Wallace is still going strong at 34 years old. Jed Wallace, the star of today, as can he star in a game against Barcelona? No, he can't. Ansu Fati stops us from winning a trophy, so a bad ending to this season, but hey, we got 2 back-to-back Europa League finals. And reached the final this year, they're holding no prisoners right here. Same with us. Got 2 90-rated players, should I say, in this club. We've got to finish in the Champions League place again and win the FA Cup. We're expected a lot. Backed 220 million for Carlos Coberan, which he cannot spend any of to improve this team. Free agents, I hope you're out there. So to win or get to the final of the Champions League, no messing around with Matthias Ginter coming in for that golden season when he's a free agent. You've got to make the most of him. And we've got another player in, Omari Hutchinson of Chelsea. After his release, the Jamaican comes to the Baggies. If Wallace just wants to wander off now. I hope he doesn't, of course, but he is getting older, so Hutchinson... Ooh. Actually, no room on the bench for him. And straight on to the first game, which is Norwich City. So if we're going to win the title, I think it's one of the best possible starts. Bit of a yo-yo club like the Baggies in real life. We've got to admit, of course, hope they snap out of it, as there's a 4-2 win. And of course, we sit top of the league for now, of course, after 3 games as a group. Atletico Madrid, who of course won it, not this season, but last, or am I correct? No, maybe, no, the one before last, I should say. Basel, Victoria Pleasant, let's win it. And we're second in the league, 3 points off Manchester United. Less defeats than them, should we say. Very close, but it's not that we care about at the moment. We are through in the Champions League. Every team there I do not want to face. And that's the easier side of the draw. Stade Rennais always find a way to make it. Not an easy way to go about his business. I think Ginter might have only had half a season. He's 82 rated. I'll put O'Shea back in, even though he's not even a West Brom player anymore in real life. Our team, I think from as left back, one of us centre backs and one of us centre mids. Apart from that, it is very strong. So let's rip into Bayern Munich. Hawthorn's first. Come on. Pelletier up front with Odegaard behind him. And we do get the advantage. Our attack must be unmatched as we play them away in Germany still, though. And the draw is enough. Arce's now 90 rated. And he's showing it. Barcelona next. And that is chance for revenge. Oh, and Arce's suspended for this game. Literally. Got a red arse in the team. Little pun in there somewhere. As we do manage to get the win. Hutchinson, who stepped in with the winner. Still Camp Nou to visit. And I'm hoping we can get a win right here. Oh, it took extra time. But Bowden, 96 overall. It was just sent to extra time by Conor Gallagher. Ars got a goal, or Ars got a brace, and then Bowden with a brace. West Brom into a quarter-final alongside those teams that won, as it will be Chelsea that we face. Oh, they beat us to the title last year. Come on, though, let's rip into Chelsea. I think we should manage to get this done. Come on, that's a first leg win. I'm actually feeling that confident. I'm going to skip the press conference and go straight into it. A little bit of fatigue I saw, but a 2-2 draw puts West Bromwich Albion into the Champions League final. A simply brilliant achievement, if you ask me. As an even better one is scoring less points than we did last year, but winning the Premier League over Chelsea, who did it last year, who we've just beaten in the Champions League. The Baggies are Premier League champions. Such a rare achievement to win the league, actually. We failed to do it previously. Oh, and we failed to win the FA Cup. At least it still could maybe be a triple if the Carabao goes our way. We'll check that straight away. No. Speaking of, we play Real Madrid at Old Trafford. So it's not revenge against Man United, but it is a game at them. Our goal scoring must have been prolific this year. Yes, 3 players over 20, which of course is George Bowden, Sergi Ars, and Philippe Amhed. Possibly the greatest trio that we've had in this save. Still 10 goals for Jed Wallace behind them. Don't leave that man out. The experienced man teaching these three as we go into the final. Let's get into this. Been sat in that stand. If you follow the Instagram, which is in the description below, you'll see a couple of pictures of it. But anyway, we're here to focus on ourselves and getting West Bromwich Albion a Champions League trophy. We need one to go with the Premier League title. Tackle straight in right there, and that was lucky that nothing was actually given. Look at the size as well of Bowden. When you sim in games, you don't get to see the height of players. He was tackled though, and a ball around the corner is a good one for Vinny Jr. Trying to block it. Header one. Straight to Esposito. Lucky he missed that, to be fair. Real Madrid very much causing problems. They've tried to let us go, and a tackle from Blanco leads to a corner for Madrid. Nervy start. That's a good cross. It's a missed opportunity. Sliding in. Still need to block this. Arses across to try and block it from Rodrigo. All Madrid. We are seriously under the cosh to start us off with. Almost got the ball there. Failed to do so though. And a spin in the middle as they actually get a chance to attack. We've got to mark up. Maybe we get a first shot here because we've got the ball with Ars. Come on, run. Keep on going. He's got some pace, you know. Maybe we will get a chance in this game. Will it be a snatch and grab? It will. To start us off with, it is Philippe Amhed, our first free signing, who was a regen, of course. Or after Lewis Young, in fact. But still, I don't care. It fits the narrative. But we don't fit the narrative of the game. Seriously, how are we in front? Ahmed the Swede with the goal. The big Swede indeed. We're very lucky lads. As all my days, there could be another chance for Ahmed though. Our number 9 running riot, and that was a pop shot. So much better from us, but still it comes with attacks, as that was never a miss for Vinny Jr. I think that is, judging by the hair, and it is. And the Brazilian has them level. I mean, if you miss this as a professional player, I think you'll get banned from football. We need to stop them, though, because, hang on, they're actually on another attack. And, oh, my days, it's hit Acevedo's post. We might be lucky before halftime here. Just whack that up, and that is the whistle. Very lucky to not be 5-0 down after 20 minutes, but then lucky that they weren't level, and then they got level, and now we're just floating in the game. Got to get back into it. Definitely got to get back into it. And here is Ars, who loves to absolutely run it down this wing. Look at that for skill. He's got players slipping over each other, but he's got his feet on the wrong legs. Got to do better next time, as this might be the next time. Ahmed slipped down this side where Ars is just not doing the running. Now he's got back in the middle. Hit that with the left. It's even worse with that. How is this game still 1-1? I mean, now Real Madrid's chance to get into this half, of course it is. But that's a good block from Dada O'Shea. Just under half an hour to go. Get that ball across sloppy. But Ars has the pace, and he can just make maneuvers from a bad pass and make it into something special. Running down the side, he's too quick for his own good. He's running far too far out wide, so we're going to bring both Bowden and him inside. Best front three in world football? Maybe not, because Real Madrid have stole the ball off us. And they have a goal. Valverde. Now the pressure's on. I believe it was a slip at the back, but we can't really get drawn onto it because now we've got to go out there and grab 3 goals. With our attack, we know it's possible. A real big kick in the teeth, but Ahmed, Ars making the run around. Bowden, get the pressure on, lads. Do not let them out now, because we need a goal desperately. Ars with the running behind. This is good passing. No. Hang on, there's a mistake at the back, and we do have it back, though. And whip that in. That's going to find Ars. That's down to Bowden, who can try and hit this, and it's gone in! I'm going to die because I knew that would come in. But how has Bowden slipped that in? How? We need to stay on the attack, though. Come on, we can win this game. I've really got faith. Even though Real Madrid are coming forward, I'm sending players forward. No, no, no. Acevedo. He did go down injured, and Real Madrid looking for a late winner right here. It's Vinny Jr. Everybody just mark up. A ball in the middle, onto the edge, the block. We need to whack this away because another shot's coming in. And there the game ends. 2-2. We're on to added time. We've got to keep on going though. Come on, added time. I don't want the dreaded penalties. Ball on the edge of the box for Herrera, who has been some player in this game, I can't lie. And an attack for Real Madrid in this half, of course. Oh my days! Acevedo, what a save! Well, lucky not to be one behind as a clearance, and I'm talking about not wanting penalties. we've got to improve in that second half, because all we did was stand on the edge of their box. We improve on that as Ahmed out wide with the ball. They can just blend into each other now as Ars has got to run on here. Hang on. Oh my days, what a block. It's still fumbled. And Jed Wallace has the goal against Madrid that he dreamt of. Okay, so we've took the advantage in the start of the second half of added time. And hopefully we can keep it. Jed Wallace. Jed Wallace set up by Philippe Ars, but Zulbadir again. Questionable, man. I'll take them all day long. But I wouldn't like to face another one because the game's almost over. It's Wan-Bissaka. What's he doing back at Old Trafford with Real Madrid, especially as an attack late on? Hernandez trying to pedal back. He gets the tackle in. And that is the whistle. The Baggies, without spending a penny, after 2 seasons just stumbling in the championship, rise to the Champions League. It is over. And the man who scored the goal, the best player in this save, by far, despite the 90 rated, Jed Wallace will lift the trophy high into the sky. Our West Brom fans are as big as a fan as I as him, if that makes any sense, because I'm a huge fan. As if you want to see the team you're a fan of in the next one, make sure you comment them down below. We're picking from them. This has been a joy, as was the last one, and hopefully the next one that is suggested by you.